would they look at having the books? Because I was a teacher myself in a past life, and I used to look at some of the textbooks, and you'd have this big chunky textbook. Particularly, I'm a post-primary teacher. You'd have this big chunky textbook, but you mightn't use part of that textbook until maybe second year or halfway through second year or whatever, but you're carrying it around in your bag in first year. Same in primary school, you might use part of it in second, I don't know, third class or fourth class or whatever it is, but that's only certain sections of that book are used at certain times of the year. So the first half of the year, use the first half of the book, the second half of the year is the second half of the book. Has there been any discussions around with the manufacturers in relation to manufacturing these books in 2 halves or 3/3? So, and to alleviate the cost, that you would buy the 3/3 in one lump like you would a book, but 2/3 of that book can be put to the locker or whatever for 6 months or 8 months, so that there's only 1/3 of the book in the bag. Because, as mentioned by Deputy O'Sullivan, photocopying, it's a good idea, but knowing kids, trying to organise, even trying to organise adults sometimes to get sheets and photocopies together. I see them coming into committee meetings and stuff all over the place. Trying to do it with kids is a whole different ball game again, So you're trying to reduce, and obviously reduce the workload on the teacher as well in relation to photocopying, and there's obviously copyright issues around that as well. So has there been a discussion on that, and is there engagement with the manufacturers as well, the actual book publishers, or not so much the retailers, the publishers themselves? Because obviously I would understand that there's procurement agreements in place with the retailers and the publishers, and this, because it's school and because it's education, it's, on the book side, they know there's going to be return business every year. It's not as if there's a high competition attrition there as well.
Okay, thank you, Deputy Function.
Thanks very much.